I'm 2 times certified. So I did the Salesforce Associate certification, and then afterwards I took the Admin certification. So yeah, these are the 2 certificates that I'm holding so far. But yeah, after doing these certifications, I continued studying, but then more on the project management side, because I understood from the consultancy course that I took with Supermums that that is also a very important part in Salesforce projects. Yeah, so I did the Scrum Master certification as well, and also the Prince 2 certification. So yeah, that was also a very interesting insight I got. Actually, we were told about, or we learned about another project management methodology, the DSDM methodology. But yeah, now knowing about 3 different project management methods, that's quite helpful, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to start my new job this Friday, so very soon now. I'm very excited. I'm going to work as a senior sales manager with a Salesforce partner. The company is called ComSelect. Yeah, and they have been a partner, a Salesforce partner, since 2002. So quite from the first days of Salesforce in the German market, they have been there. And yeah, so they are one of the leading Salesforce consultancies here in Germany. So maybe I can take you a bit with you on the journey that I have been on for the last 1.5 years. So my journey actually started, my Salesforce journey started 1 year back when I listened to an interview with Heather Black, the CEO of Supermums, as everybody knows, I believe. She was interviewed by Carol Fishman, who hosts the podcast I Relaunch from the US. And when I listened to that interview, it was clear to me that this is what I want to do, that I want to be a Salesforce consultant, or at least working in a consultancy environment. So yeah, so listening to that interview, after that, I did quite some research to see where Salesforce, or how well established Salesforce is in Germany, and whether there are vacancies, and there were vacancies. So I immediately applied on 2 of them. Yeah, and by taking different initiatives, I learned step by step. So I also had a discussion with Heather herself, so talking about the different courses that she provides. And yeah, by going through, also working in Trailhead and checking what different career paths are available with Salesforce, or within the Salesforce ecosystem, I saw myself in the consultancy role. So this is the reason why I finally decided to take the consultancy course with Supermums. Yeah, which was very helpful for me in the whole process. And yeah, since then I've worked a lot in Trailhead. I also enjoyed the Trailblazer mentoring program. And I'm also part of the Salesforce Bring Women Back to Work program, which supports women in the process to get back into a job, which I very much appreciate. And that was at the end also the entry for me into the Salesforce World Tour event in Hamburg, so here in the north of Germany. So I represented the BW at their booth, and also joined the panel discussion. And I took the opportunity being there to have discussions with different consultancies. So I contacted them in advance And yeah, that was the place where I had my first interview with 3 guys from ComSelect. So that's where yeah, I met my new employer, sorry, not employee, the first time. Actually, it comes with quite some flexibility, I would say. Speaking about mobile work or home office. So actually, the people from ComSelect, they are located at different places all over Germany. So the headquarters is in Mannheim, which is about 7 hours drive from Bremen, so the place where I live. And my other colleagues are in Berlin and in Augsburg. So home office is for them a common practice, which is fantastic because this provides me the opportunity to really combine family obligations with work. So yeah, and of course, traveling or travels is going to be an important part of my job as well. Visiting the different offices, meeting the colleagues, but then most importantly, of course, visiting customers. Yeah, so that will be a very important part of my job as well. So traveling is going to be part of it. The Supermums course, what I was very yeah, excited about was, and I didn't expect it to be that practical. So it's really provides you with a lot of practical experience that Heather gained during her career as a Salesforce consultant. And yeah, it comes with a lot of in-depth insight into the role of a consultant and of a consultancy and how everything works together. And also having it also provides a lot of flexibility with regard to the learning. Everything is recorded. So the bi-weekly calls with Heather, it's only 1 hour, or it's for 1 hour, that is recorded. So in case you cannot manage to attend that session, you can listen to it later on. And then beside the bi-weekly calls, there's material. I think it's about 127 hours of material that Heather provided to us, which is at our availability for 1 year. So whenever I have time and I feel the need to remember or to remind myself on certain content, I can go back onto the learning platform and yeah, go through the material. And it's very in-depth. Yeah, so that was for me, it's very professional. It's done in a very professional way. So that is very impressive. And then what I also enjoyed very much was the connection with the different participants of the group, also so the group. So also there we have Slack, we have the platform, the Supermums platform, where we can interact with the different people. Yeah, and we can support each other. So it's yeah, it's a very nice community. So beside the trailblazers community, Supermums, it's yeah, it's a smaller community, but it's we have a lot in common. So yeah, that I enjoyed very much. And it, of course, now preparing for interviews, and not only the interview with ComSelect, but also some other interviews that I prepared for. I actually went back to the material to really go through it again, or through certain parts, to have a very good understanding how a Salesforce project is best rolled out and worked on. I think what is very important, as I did myself as well, to figure out what is the career path that fits to your personality. I think it has a lot to do with your personality. What are you good at? What is your strengths? I also did a lot of work on that. It also comes with a Supermums course, with a consultancy course, that yeah, we really work on that part as well to get a very good understanding. What is our superpower? And yeah, if it is to enjoy building up the best solution or to improve processes, etc. And to go out and sit together with customers and listen to their needs and yeah, having the technical background, of course, as a prerequisite, to advise them what is the best solution for them. If you are the person that enjoys networking and speaking to people, then I think the consultancy role is a very good one. Also sales, of course. Sales is often the step before the consultancy team goes to the customer and works on the solution itself. But at the end, it's consultancy. Yeah? Whereas if you are a more introverted person and you rather prefer to work in your office, to stay in your office, to not travel, etc., then I believe, I haven't worked as a Salesforce admin, but I believe that the Salesforce admin role within a company can also be a nice fit. So think about your superpower, think about your strengths. What are you good at? What do you enjoy? I think that's the most important. I'm 45 years now, and when I left my employer last year after we couldn't agree on the conditions when my parental time was over, which is maybe quite familiar for a lot of mothers. I decided, okay, I really want to be clear on what am I going to do. And I was lucky to listen to this interview and to get to know Heather, and to this way getting into the Salesforce ecosystem. Yeah, but listen to your heart, and also listen to your intuition, I think is the right word, or what is your gut feeling? Does it feel right? Don't feel obliged, and just say yes, and challenge yourself as well, and just give it a try. I mean, you can't lose. You can only win. You can only learn from taking different steps, and then some steps you might regret later on, or not regret, because if you hadn't taken the step, you wouldn't know that it was not the right one. But then you can take another move and you go in another direction. Yeah, and get involved. Speak to people. I've also learned to network even more than what I've done before. And use the community and use your network, and yeah, actually I have a very nice experience, or I had a nice experience myself when I had the discussion with my new employer about the conditions, and I wasn't sure about the conditions, whether that is normal, because I have no experience in the Salesforce ecosystem. So I went out and I consulted different people, and they all replied, and they all were so supportive. And they were not my closest friends, because they are not in the Salesforce ecosystem. So I really had to contact people that are in the Salesforce ecosystem that I'm not best friend with, but I know them, they know me. They don't know me very good, but even then, people are very supportive. And I think just ask. I mean, they can say, no, I don't want to answer that question. That's fine. But yeah, very often I haven't received a negative reply. And that was a very good experience to me as well.